That's all we have.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to each and every one of us. We welcome you to Deep Dive. And today is a beautiful Tuesday, April 29th, and we are in the year 2025. We are starting our wonderful webinar with a signature tune for from one of us, and the tune is In It to Win It. And we're calling on one of our brothers to play that tune as we just sit back, listen, and watch the nonverbal communication of the song In It to Win It. Thank you.
We are here, we are on passive, shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. In it to win it, in it to win it. In it to win it, in it to win it. Bringing hope, shining the light. We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one goal, bringing solution, lifting up humanity. Let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. In it to win it, in it to win it, to win it. In it to win it, in it to win it. In it to win it, to win it, to win it, to win it. In it to win it, to win it, to win it. Turning tall. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. Standing strong, intent. We are the unicorn, we are the
Your next stop is ONPASSIVE. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. I appreciate that. Now we're moving to our next, our favorite on this deep dive webinar, the mindset. And today, our mindset speaker is one and only Dr. T, and she's going to do a part 3 of a series that she started 2 weeks ago. And it's the barriers that get in the way of being and staying motivated. And we know that Dr. T is an international transformational speaker. She's a life coach. She's an empowerment trainer. She's a talk show host. And she also has published 4 books. And she's also the editor and chief of Discovering You magazine. And that magazine is a free subscription. And her books and the magazine, you have the links in here for you to access in case you are interested. But for now, let's open our minds as we call on Dr. T to talk to us about the mindset because it's what we experience mentally, and it is a system of thinking. It is not something you just get from anywhere. A system of thinking. That's what the mindset is. And that's what we're building on. And we hope that everyone who is with us understands and believes that what you do when you wake up in the morning and how your day transitions to the time you go to bed is your mindset. 80% of it is. Let the other things be secondary, but your mindset of what you go through is the primary thing that you get up in the morning. Regardless of who you are, regardless of where you live, and regardless of your status in your community, your mindset is very important and relevant. So, Dr. T, where's my beautiful sister? Welcome. The microphone is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. I really do appreciate you so much. You know, what you were saying about the mindset is so important because it's not so easy to have a positive mindset, especially have all these things coming at us at one time, because the world we live in right now is so much going on. It's a challenge trying to stay positive. It's a challenge trying to stay focused. It's a challenge trying to stay motivated. We have things coming at us at every end, our family, our careers, jobs, relationships, whatever it may be. Even our spiritual lives could be a challenge. So this is one of the reasons why I'm just so glad that this platform has been presented by Dr. Derek, which is also something that Mr. Ashman Farr has given us an opportunity to do. So me being right here, right now, in this moment is such an honor. And I really like this topic. I mean, I know parts, but I really think this topic is very, very important. Like I told you all the last couple of weeks, I made the statement that the most important commodity is energy, and when it's paired, which is paired with motivation. So energy should be paired with motivation. And I said that motivation is the driving force that propels individuals to pursue goals, face challenges, and achieve success. Now, staying motivated can be a challenge, as I said before. Psychological, environmental, and social barriers often inhibit motivation, making it very difficult for individuals to persist in through challenges and their setbacks. So now we're going to go over 12 barriers. Let me do a recap of the ones that I did last week and the week before, and then we're going to share with you the last 4. The first one that I shared with you all, again, was fatigue and burnout. When you feel like you're just going through the motion, you feel numb, fatigue and burnout. Burnout often results from prolonged stress, high demands, or lack of adequate breaks, leading to reduced performance, low energy, and an overall sense of disconnection from one's goals. And I said to you all that some of the strategies that we can use to overcome fatigue and burnout is to change our sleeping pattern. Work on that, going to bed soon. Activities. Get away from familiar environments to take away that makes us stressed out. Take some trips. Do something interesting to fulfill your life. And then also, sometimes it's good just to step back from those things that stress you out or burn you out. So those are some of the strategies. That's number one. Number two, I said, was the fear of failure. Fear of failure is one of the most persuasive barriers to motivation. This fear can lead to avoidance, procrastination, or low self confidence, which causes people to abandon or avoid challenges altogether. What are some of the strategies I talked about? With this, the fear of failure, start confessing positive affirmations. I like to use scriptures, okay? Read books about others who have overcome challenges because of fear and the fear of failure. Give yourself miniature goals to achieve and celebrate them. And then surround yourself with people who encourage and hold you accountable. The third one I told you all about was limiting beliefs. Our beliefs are formed by many factors, including how we were raised, the society we live in, and our experiences. Okay? And so, one of the things we can do, some of the things that we can do as strategies is to work on changing your environment and being around different people, reading books to broaden your knowledge of the world, and challenge yourself to meet people of other races and other ethnic groups. Those are some of the strategies that we can use. And the fourth one, I know I'm going through this a little fast because we have somewhere to go, so I'm going through it a little fast because we've already covered this last time. Attaching to a conceptual self. In other words, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Self conceptualization plays a very beneficial role in creating greater self confidence. However, negative self talk or giving into negativity or unproductive thoughts can be harmful to one's sense of self worth and therefore get in the way of overall motivation. What are some of the strategies that we can use? All right. Reading books that pertain to positive thinking, attend transformation classes, and maybe even hire a transformational coach. These are some of the strategies that we can use when it comes down to attaching to a conceptualized self of how we see ourselves. Number five, a lack of concrete values. A lack of concrete values. A struggle with motivation can be due to the inability to define our own personal values or behave remotely from them. So, what can we do? What are the strategies that we can use to overcome this barrier? You can work on getting back to your roots. Emphasis on cultural and family values. Don't leave your cultural beliefs behind. Don't go away from your family values. Change the environment that may be causing you to compromise your values. These are some of the strategies that you can use when it comes down to a lack of concrete values. That's number five. Remember, we're doing a recap. Number six, an absence of clear goals. In other words, what is your why? What is your why? Without specific, attainable goals, it's easy to feel lost or overwhelmed, leading to decreased motivation. What are some of the strategies that we can use to be when it comes down to an absence of clear goals? Take non-productive and non-essential activities off your plate. In other words, get rid of the busy work. Stay away from the busy work. Make a to-do list consisting of activities that help attain productive goals. And then again, have someone hold you accountable for the goals that you make. Number six, absence of clear goals. Number seven, a lack of faith in one's abilities to succeed. Belief in one's abilities to succeed is very critical for motivation. When one lacks this ability, it causes people to doubt their capabilities and feel as though their efforts won't result in meaningful outcomes, which can decrease motivation and resilience. What are some of the strategies that we can use to overcome this barrier? Don't compare yourself to others. Okay, don't compare yourself to others. Okay, and try not to be, when you don't, if you don't compare yourself to other people, you won't get discouraged when they achieve certain things. You won't be looking at them. Recognize your own abilities and your strengths, and don't take on unrealistic tasks that you are not ready for. Be realistic based on interest, talents, and abilities. So number 7 is the lack of faith of one's abilities to succeed. And the last one that I shared with you last week was the lack of autonomy. Motivation often suffers when individuals feel they have little control over their task or environment. I gave you some examples. Okay, a lack of autonomy is like when a person is at a dead end job. There's no room for improvement. They may get a raise, something like that, but they can't go up the ladder. There's no improvement in status. It might be something with committing to activities that are not in your heart to do. That's a lack of autonomy. Maybe you might be overcommitting yourself and getting involved with people more than you should. Those are examples of lack of autonomy. What are some of the strategies? Try not to overcommit yourself. Take on tasks that is truly in your heart to do. That is very important. And then learn to say no to avoid uncomfortability. So, again, those are the 8 that I shared with you before. Now, we want to go to the last 4. As for if you're taking notes, number 9, having a fixed mindset rather than a growth mindset. We're talking about the barriers that get in the way of being and staying motivated. Number 9 is having a fixed mindset rather than a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the importance of an individual's ability to recognize that their skills can develop through dedication and hard work, which causes achievements and success. Now, on the other hand, the opposite is true of a fixed mindset. Okay, believing someone may not be born with a talent or ability to achieve something, and it caps their learning ability. In other words, it hinders their ability to achieve. Let me read that one again. The opposite is true. A fixed mindset is believing someone may not be born with the talent or ability to achieve something, and there is a cap on their learning and ability to achieve. Individuals must also be able to recognize when other strategies are not working as intended and take the opportunity to expand their repertoire. What are some of the strategies for having a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset? Some of the strategies are: motivate yourself by attending workshops, webinars, seminars that challenge you to learn new things. Surround yourself with people who have a growth mindset, and let go of negative thinking and try positive affirmations to encourage change. Okay, those are the strategies that you want to use. Again, we want to have a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. We're talking about 12 barriers that get in the way. They get in the way of being and staying motivated. So that's number 9. Number 10, lacking a social life and engaging activities. Number 10, when you lack a social life and engaging activities, a lack of sociability and inactivity is a sure way to avoid motivation. When one's life lacks activities that promote fun and fulfillment, it causes boredom and can lead to depression. Having an active lifestyle and being around positive people who truly enjoy life promotes healthy outlooks on life and hinders the aging process. When you have a healthy outlook on life, have you ever met people who are older, but they're so full of spunk and they have a wonderful life? They travel, they have hobbies, they spend time with friends. You can look at the aging process, it's slowed down. They don't look as worn out and old. There are people who I know personally. There's a young lady that goes to my church, and she's probably in her 70s. She's a former school teacher, and she has a best friend, and they travel all over the world. And one of the things that was on her bucket list was to be able to swim with a dolphin. And she did that. She swam with a dolphin. I think she went on a cruise, a Mexican cruise, and she showed me the video. I was so jealous. She actually was holding onto the fin of the dolphin. The dolphin took her under the water and came back up, and she was holding on. I think she's probably in her 70s. That's on her bucket list. This woman is really enjoying life. This woman is motivated because she knows that every month she's going somewhere. I believe next month, I believe she's going to Bermuda. Every single month, this woman is traveling somewhere. So, of course, she's excited about life. She's motivated. And that's what we need. Enjoying life promotes healthy outlooks on life, and it hinders the aging process, as I just stated. It causes one to avoid depression, low self-esteem, and the feeling of inadequacy. So if you're in a place right now where you're lacking a social life and you're not engaging in activities, these are some of the strategies. Get a hobby that involves interacting with others, people that involves in your interests. Get a hobby. Join classes that involves physical activities, yoga, aerobic, Pilates, bicycling, just to name a few. Whatever you want to do, find something that's outside of your comfort zone that you might want to enjoy. Get a part-time job, okay? Some people who are older, especially seniors, there's some people who are okay financially, they go out there and get a part-time job just to be around other people. That's something that people may do. So if you're one of those persons that you might be older now, you're a senior, you're okay financially, but you may sit in the house all the time. You don't really get a chance to see a lot of people all the time. Maybe your family and your friends are far away, whatever may be going on. Find a part-time job. Find something that you can do that you enjoy doing that would take you around people. That is one of the strategies. And the last one is become more active at your place of worship. Engage in more activities at your church. Sometimes some people just go to church on Sundays, and that's the only time you see them. I know our church, we're very, very active. We have something going on all the time. There's always all kind of activities. I'm over the singles group at my church. I plan all kind of trips with my singles, and when they become engaged, it gives you a sense of purpose. It makes your life more interesting and fun. So those are things you can do. So again, we talked about the strategies to overcome the barrier of lacking a social life and engaging in activities. That's number 10. Number 10. Number 11, being around others who lack motivation. That's a sure way. That's a sure way to not be motivated. Being around people who lack motivation and drive is a sure way to stay stagnated and be an underachiever. You don't want to be an underachiever, but if you hang out with pigeons, you're going to think you're a pigeon. People who do not encourage you to grow and excel play a vital role in one's lack of passion and drive. Let me repeat that. People who do not People who do not encourage you to grow and excel play a vital role in one's lack of passion and drive. Often one becomes comfortable with their current environment, habits, and the people who have grown to be very familiar with them, like your family members, maybe a childhood friend that you've been around all your life. You may not feel comfortable letting those kind of people go. They become blinded to the fact that this familiarity is hindering their growth and ability to succeed and strive for a better life. Being around people who lack motivation are often underachievers, and they give negative advice and they hinder any goals you may have. So, what are some of the strategies to overcome this barrier? Change your social environment if it hinders your growth. It might be uncomfortable to do that because there might be people, like I said earlier, that you may really love and care for. It might be family members, it may be friends that you've grown up with. But if they're not going anywhere, if they're not motivated, they're just living a humdrum life, you don't need to be around people like that. Stay away from those kinds of people. Don't allow these people to compromise your values and your beliefs. Start spending less time with negative people and underachievers. Okay, and then again, like I said, it may not happen overnight. And learn to enjoy spending time alone, away from the negativity. All right. Try activities by yourself. Sometimes you may have to come out of your comfort zone and learn to spend time by yourself until you can start forming habits of being around other people of like interests and like goals. All right. So that's number 11, being around others who lack motivation. Again, remember, we're talking about common barriers that get in the way of being and staying motivated. And last but not least, lack of acceptance of current circumstances. Number 12, lack of acceptance of current circumstances. Suffering is experienced when a person lacks acceptance over their current circumstances and wishes things were different. Being in this space contributes to regret, shame, and wishing for something that may be unrealistic or unfeasible. This can hinder your motivation for transformation or change, task completion, and moving forward in life. It leaves you with a feeling of inadequacy and often opens the door for mental depravity. Now, I'm not saying don't be content. I'm saying not to be complacent. Don't be complacent. Strive to grow and do better, but don't let it be burdensome. So, again, that's number 12, lack of acceptance. So, these are the strategies. Work on accepting what you cannot change. Give attention to what you can change and be diligent. And let go of the past mistakes and past negative experiences. So, again, these are 12 common barriers that get in the way of being and staying motivated. So, let me do a recap again of the 12 strategies. Let me do a recap. Number one, fatigue and burnout. I didn't even realize. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize I wasn't on my camera. Please forgive me. Number one, fatigue and burnout. Number two, fear of failure. Number three, limiting beliefs. Number four, attaching to a conceptualized self. In other words, how do you see yourself? Number five, lack of concrete values. Number six, absence of clear goals. Number seven, a lack of faith of one's abilities to succeed. And number eight, lack of autonomy. And the last four that I shared with you was number nine, having a fixed mindset rather than a growth mindset. Number 10, lacking a social life and engaging activities. Number 11, being around others who lack motivation. And number 12, lack of acceptance lack of acceptance of current circumstances. When you can overcome these 12 barriers, I believe that you will find yourself being motivated. Try to start applying some of the strategies that I shared with you tonight. If you find yourself in any of these areas, try to use some of the strategies that I share because you don't want to get in a place where you become stagnated, where life just becomes so humdrum. You don't want to get to a place where you get depressed, where you find yourself not wanting to go forth and do things. You want to be an active person. You want to be a person that's productive, and you want to be a person that's purposeful. So when you find yourself looking at these barriers, apply the strategies that I shared with you today. And I'm sure with confidence that you'll be a person that's motivated and driven. My name is Dr. T, and thank you so much for allowing me to share. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Dr. T, for sharing with us today about the mindset. And part three of this topic, the very first item you started with was a fixed mindset. That is outstanding. And the last one is lack of acceptance. And all of us, we all lack to accept what is within us, our capabilities. But let me just say this, please, let's not be in despair because there's always hope. If you try once, it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that's the end of it. There's always hope. Okay, I see Queen Tony, your hand is up. As always, please fire.
Praise God. As Dr. T was presenting, what came to mind was years ago when I was in my 20s and I was working for a large company, BASF, and I never dreamed of having anything more than just a job and never aspired to really go beyond that. You know, I could see myself retiring. from BASF. And although I loved to write at the time, and I had gotten complacent in that job to the point where there came also a time when I only had 1 day off a month. The workload was so large. And so I didn't have a private life. I didn't have really extra activities. And whenever I could, I would hit the gym, and at another time I would go to, I had college courses and things. So it was basically work, 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 work. And it eventually got to the point where I was, not really happy. And so years later, when I met up with Dr. T, we were walking and she was talking about purpose. And it wasn't until then that I really thought about, okay, what is my purpose? And I started working on that. And she helped me not to be such a workaholic. I was really bad then, um, worse than I am now, because now I do have a private life. But I thank God for the presentation because it reminded me of my journey, and it hit, places that I was in, and I'm thankful to be out of or on my way out of and progressing, because we all always progress. And so I thank God for the information that she always offers, and it really brings to light where we came from, where we're at, and where we need to go. And so thank you, Dr. T.
Thank you, Queen
Thank you.
Tony. Very much appreciate that. In your 20s, listen to this. You are still in your 20s, okay? That is a flashback of your life. And that is
God
part and
bless you.
parcel of you. You cannot let go. What you're saying is
Yeah.
at that time you were burnt out. And
Yeah.
everyone, I'm seeing that in my house. That's why. You're just burnt out. It's still happening. It has not changed. It's just a different generation going through that. But thank you for sharing. Yes, Queen JW, good evening and welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, and good evening to greetings to all the brand ambassadors. Uh, Thank you, Dr. Derek, for this amazing platform, and Dr. T. Amazing, amazing. These are definitely barriers. I'm telling you, um, I can relate to each and every one of them in some in different situations in our life in my life. Like I remember when I had like a lack of of a social life because I was a mom, so everything was work and raising my kids. So I didn't have a social life, and then thank God I met an amazing young lady. We're about the same age, and then I start doing going out and having some fun. So that was, and then later on, I started going to seminars, and so those things really help motivate you. It open up your mind, and it really help you to want to be engaged in those type, and it pushes you. It pushes you. So um, these they are, and having a fixed mindset. And I think growing up, it was, I will say, I started out with a fixed mindset because you don't know much and you don't know, but as you grow, you get you open your mind to a lot of things, and then you start getting a growth mindset. So it's not like we're going to get stuck there, But some people, according to how their mind is, they might get stuck there. But you don't have to. You do it does change. Um, Another one, hanging around people that's not that doesn't motivate you or elevate you. And I can say that from a young girl, a young girl. I didn't have anyone around to motivate me. So I had to do some self motivation. And that was not easy, but I knew that I had to go forward no matter what. And I think God, having trust in God and faith in God, helped me to push myself. So that was when you don't have anyone to motivate you, you can do self motivate. It's not easy. I won't say it's easy, but it can be done. And having your concrete values, that's very important to have concrete values, because then you can take the steps necessary to accomplish those values or focus on them. So, and having limited beliefs, I think all of us, some way, I know for sure that somewhere down the line, yes, I had limited beliefs. I didn't think of how one day that I will be talking or doing live, being a talk host or a coach. I didn't think of it. So, but and that's where limited beliefs come in, because we don't know, we hold ourselves back and we don't get to accomplish the things we need to accomplish because of those limited beliefs. But thank God that my beliefs are no longer limited. So thank you so much, Dr. T, for those amazing barriers, because it really help us to look at ourselves and evaluate and see which one of these barriers is hindering us, or what we can change, and the strategies that you've shared with us on overcoming some of these barriers. So we appreciate you. We love you. And thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you, Queen JW.
Let Recording us thank our progress. Father. Thank you. All right. Queen Dr. T, I will say astonishing mindset. Thank you so much for these 12 barriers. Um, I'm just going to tell you what I think I like, even though I love everything. Um, you say that lacking a social life and engaging in activities. Yeah, but sometimes I go to parties and shake it, right? You got to shake it. You got it, shake it, and make yourself happy. But anyway, most of the time, I like to spend time by myself to watch my TV rather than being with people that will pissing you off. Dr. T, a lot of people pissed me off. Sometimes I tell you, ho-ha, who I am, what I want. But when I notice that you're trying to play over my intelligence and trying to hurt me, that's why I just go backward and stay by myself. Thank you so much for this mindset. We pray that you bring more new stuff, new topic next week. We appreciate you and we love you, Queen Dr. T. Ford. Love
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Benny. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Debbie McCormick. I appreciate you for the time that you have given me. Sorry that I took too much time, but I just want to thank each and everyone and thank our God.
Dr. Bennett, you did not take time. This is why we're here. And the prayers for our sick brothers and sisters is very relevant. And that's what you did at the beginning. So we appreciate you. You do not need to apologize. Thank you so much. I should have asked you to do that before Queen Tony and Queen JW. So I'll just say to everyone else who wanted to share something after Dr. T's presentation, please just stay put, and you can do that after the next topic, because I realize it's the same people who talk each time we hear. I would like us to be interactive with one another rather than just a handful, 2 to 3 people talking each time we're together. We're here right now, 20 of us. It will be good. Sorry. It will be a good idea to have other people who don't talk on a weekly basis and who are not the presenters to share their views from the presenters, whatever the presenter has made. So I'll pause here and introduce our next presenter, who is none other than our one and only sister, Queen Dr. Benny, who is a specialist in cybersecurity. She's well trained in every aspect of cybersecurity. She has been educating us on this platform on a weekly basis for years, and her topics are very unique. If you miss anything that she has shared in the past or that she's going to share today, and you do not know how to do it, you know how to reach her. She's always available, either through her, through Dr. Derek, or any other person on the platform. So, my point being, she's reachable. If the topic she has today is not something that will help or benefit you, and you have a question about any other issue that involves cybersecurity, please do not hesitate to reach out. Okay? Thank you, everyone, and we welcome all the 20 of us who are here live and those who are watching us on the YouTube channels now and in the future. We appreciate you. We welcome you, and let's give a shout out to our sister Queen Dr. Benny. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Debbie McCormick. I appreciate you. With this topic today, I believe all the time, uh, I believe that it is very, very important. This one is about artificial intelligence as well as cyber security. And we all need artificial intelligence. So, the risk and the benefit of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Artificial intelligence in cybersecurity refers to the applying of artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? Machine learning techniques to enhance the security of the computer system, the network, and the data from various cyber threat. Now, it also involves using artificial intelligence algorithm, which algorithm is like processing, right? And models to automate the task, to dictate the anomalies, and to make informed decision in order to protect against a wide range of cyber attacks. I'm going to give you some few advantages and disadvantages. It enhance the dictation, rapid response, which is the advantages. It has automated vulnerability. As we all know, vulnerability is a weakness. Anything that is very weak, there is a hole somewhere. That's when those hackers are coming in. Mm? And it improves what? Real-time threat detection. Then when it comes to the risk, adversary attack. Now, artificial intelligence can really exploit the vulnerabilities and compromise multiple target simultaneously. Just give me a minute. I am going to share you my screen. See? All right. Artificial intelligence brings a significant advantages to cybersecurity, such as it enhances the threat detection and rapid response. However, it is essential to be mindful of associated risk, including what adversary and attacks, as well as biases. Striking the right balance between artificial intelligence and the traditional security measures is crucial, along with ongoing training, which is very important, and vigilance to maximize the artificial intelligence potentials in cybersecurity. As you know, I have already given you the definition. So, from a cybersecurity functionality perspective, artificial intelligence, the technology is the force behind many features of criticals to security solutions. So, the following cybersecurity capabilities are driven by artificial intelligence technologies. First, you have automated response to threat, minimizing the time between the detection and the response. Now, it reduces the workload on security team, those who go to work, right? By automating now some threat hunting activities, taking immediate automatic action, such as what? Isolating affected systems or blocking malicious IP address. Next, you have behavioral analytic, assessing the potential risk of users. The users is like you and I, right? Users' activities based upon what? Historical and contextual data. Now, it identifies the insider threat. You guys know being with an insider threat, right? Insider threat is like somebody, or you have like the workers, let's say working with the federal government. There is somebody inside that knows everything about the company. So if you piss, I mean, sometimes friends and family or your bosses, they pissed you off. Or then when they try to fire you, certain things that you can do, just the insider threat is like you are trying to destroy your own company. And that's what has happened within other companies today. Analyzing the behavioral pattern. So monitoring the user's behavior and the network traffic for what? Unusual activities that could signal a malicious activities. They will monitor you and I wherever we are at our job site just to find out what we are doing, you know? Now, the next thing is we talk about security incidents forensic. Analyzing the security incidents to determine what? The impact, creating a timeline of security incidents based upon the users, like you and I again, behaviors, and the system change to establish what? A sequence of events, performing a root cause analysis. You have threat dictation and analysis. By analyzing the incoming email for sophisticated phishing attack. You guys notice that I have always been talking about the phishing emails, that unusual emails will come to you, right? You don't know the individual, do not click on it. Dictating unknown threat, identifying the pattern anomalies that may indicate what? A potential security threat or fraudulent activities, monitoring and securing the Internet of Things devices. vulnerability management. Prioritize, identify the vulnerabilities based upon the potential impact. It will also reduce the time and effort that requires for manual vulnerabilities assessment. Scan network and the system for vulnerabilities. Hackers are coming for your artificial intelligence application. Secure them by design with artificial runtime security. Understanding, trying to give you now the benefit. I believe I'll give you the benefit, and then next time I will come and give you the disadvantages. Now, understanding the benefit of artificial intelligence as an individual level facilitates the transition from traditional, often reactive security measures to dynamic, proactive, and intelligent solution. The most expansive benefit of artificial intelligence in cybersecurity, it's its ability to analyze the vast amounts of content and deliver insight that will allow our security teams to quickly and effectively dictate and when we talk about mitigate the risk, like to fix it. Okay. Now, this core capabilities drives many of these benefits provided by artificial intelligence technology. Following are some of the key advantages of using artificial intelligence in cybersecurity. It enhances the threat detection by incorporating the artificial intelligence into cybersecurity, which will help you to identify the threat more quickly, accurately, and efficiently. Now, this makes an organization like our organization, the federal government, financial institution, digital infrastructure more resilient, and which will reduce the risk of the cyber attack. Now, artificial intelligence technology, it refers to several security enhancement, such as what? Understanding the suspicious or malicious activities in context to prioritize responses by customizing the security protocol based on the specific organizational requirement and individual user behavior, dictating fraud using advanced special artificial algorithm, detecting the potential threat in near real time to expedite the response and minimize their impact. Proactive, all power technology is at the core of proactive cybersecurity defense. Now, by processing the input from all applicable data sources, artificial intelligence system can automate what? A preempting response to mitigate the potential risk in a near real time. So this type of artificial intelligence technology that enables the automation to speed up a defensive response. Machine learning to benefit from the knowledge of tactics and techniques used in past cyber attacks, patterns and recognition to identify abnormalities. Predictive analysis is a technique that uses the artificial intelligence technology, specifically the machine learning algorithm. These algorithms will analyze the information to find the pattern and identify a specific risk, factors, and threat. The machine learning model will create from this analysis will provide what? The insight that can help security team predict the future cybersecurity attack. Artificial intelligence capabilities is in predictive analysis include what? Analyzing the historical data set, recognizing the pattern and dynamically incorporating with the content, new content into a machine learning model. By predicting a potential cyber attack, security team can take preemptive preemptive steps to mitigate the risk or to fix the risk. It reduces false positive. Cybersecurity solutions are integrating artificial intelligence in order to reduce the false alarm So advanced artificial intelligence algorithms and machine learning capabilities will now identify the patterns in the network behavior far more accurately than traditional rule-based system. This will also reduce the burden on human analysis by stopping legitimate activities from being flagged as threat. Artificial intelligence technology helps the security team contextualize and differentiate between what the typical abnormalities and the actual threat, reducing the alert fatigue and optimizing what their workload. It also minimizes the drain on resources. Next, we have about continuous learning. All this continuously learning and evolving to reduce what the risk, right? And the impact of cyber attack. Unlike static security system, artificial intelligence power cybersecurity technology. It adapts and it also learn as new security content becomes available, resulting in ongoing improvement and enhanced effectiveness. Reinforcement learning. Now, as a specialized type of machine learning that would train an algorithm to learn from its environment is also to ensure optimal result. With continuous learning, security team can anticipate new pattern technique and tactics cyber criminals use to improve what? The predictive analysis, the accuracy over time, and optimize security defenses to stay ahead of evolving threat. Okay, so next week we will talk about the disadvantages. And so, in conclusion, at this moment, to fully benefit from the opportunities that artificial intelligence technology can bring, organization needs to what? Ensure that the associated risks are proactively understood and managed. This is not a task that technologies and security team can perform in isolation. The process has to involve multiple stakeholders, right? The groups within the businesses, including the top leaders and senior risk owners. Decision making and investment choices needs to be informed by proper evaluation of risk and reward. The question for business leaders and steps for senior risk owners outlined in this report will highlight the key considerations and are designed to aid decision-making process. They can be applied to help organizations to ensure that the value from these technologies is realized and sustained. So this is where I got my information from. What are the benefits and risks in cybersecurity? Artificial intelligence in cybersecurity and software security. The driving, what is the driving opportunities and the risk? Thank you all. Thank you.
Mama, you don't start clap. Wow, awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. Thank you.
Oh, so just to let you guys know about this artificial intelligence, I used to get really upset when I noticed most of the time when you go to the store, you will meet a lot of cashiers, right? We used to have a lot of cashiers, but now it's what? Automation,
Yep.
right? They have decided that they don't want human beings like us, the CEOs or the owners of the companies. They say, "Mm, why should we hire people like you and I, most of the time who call in sick, during snow time, people will not go to work. So the best thing is to have artificial a machine, so that if you want to pay for your own goods, or when you purchase, you want to pay, you just go and just click. The machine will say, "Oh, welcome. Do you speak French or English or whatever?" You just click this, click that, click that. Are you serious? So what I'm saying is that those who don't want to study more, you better study, because artificial intelligence is coming. I mean, I'm sorry, artificial intelligence is here to stay. So upgrade your skills in the name of Jesus. Thank you.
Wow. You've just embellished it with what's happening in supermarkets. And with the cashiers, just to add to that, you realize in the past, you could pay for your groceries with a paper check. You write out a check, blah, blah, blah. Everyone is waiting behind you. They process it, they put it through the scanner, it stamps it, and all what. Nowadays, guess what? You have the QR code and you have your card. You just put your card on it, chip, you're done.
Yes,
So
that's
further
automation right
education
there.
is where we are heading right now.
Yep.
And can you believe it?
Oh.
If you are anyway 50 plus, you better get to learn. And because the Gen Zs are the ones teaching us, the Gen Zs, and they're so impatient. Hey, Lord, you ask them questions and say, "This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it." And then you do the step one, you forgot the second one, you go to ask them questions and say, "What part of it did you not understand?" I'm not repeating myself. I'm too busy to get back to that. Anyway, primarily, I want to thank you, Dr. B, for your dedication. Every Tuesday, you're here training us on cybersecurity. If anyone has not learned anything on how to protect themselves before now, don't say you were never told. Had I known that, had I known then what I know now, that would never be any statement from anyone in this forum who had been following us for the last couple of years. We appreciate you very much. And thank you for today's presentation. And we're looking forward to what you've promised is coming next week. So I'm going to pause here and say, everyone who is listening, if you have any question, observations for Dr. T and Dr. B, this house is full of doctors. Huh? This is the right time, please, to say so. And you can raise your hand or just say what you can if you cannot unmute. And while waiting for that, I want to welcome all the 23 of us who are here, and we thank you. And we also thank Dr. Derek, because he's in a special place today with one of our special leaders, one of our special queens in the forum. So, Dr. Derek, I know you're here. I don't see any hand up. Dr. Derek, if you're here, please. When we started, we were only about 5 of us, and now we're 23. We would like you to say a word with our special queen where you are right now. Please, Dr. Derek, thank you. Okay, while waiting for his machines to be ready because he's on the road, I would like to ask if anyone has anything to share, any question. Oh, yes. Oh, here he is. Awesome.
Fantastic. I'm not saying.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I am jealous.
I'm jealous.
Oh, Queen Lily Lane.
Queen Lily Lane, I'm jealous. I'm jealous, dear Queen Lily Lane. I'm jealous.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
hi, Queen Lily Lane.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. Thank you, Queen Lily Lane, for putting those smiles on our faces. It was such an honor seeing both of you live.
Yes.
Not virtually, but live. Thank you. Thank you.
Queen Devi, do you see Queen Joanne
So
smiling like Dr. Benny?
so if you didn't know that Queen Lily Lane is real, yes, Queen Lily Lane is real. All right. If it
She's not AI.
if
She's not
if
AI.
you think it was
She's
an
not
AI
AI.
person,
Okay.
no, it's not an AI person. All right. I saw her in the flesh.
Okay. All right now. All right. All right.
I saw her in the flesh. Okay. Wonderful. So don't be
Beautiful.
jealous. All right.
Okay.
Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. Thank you, Queen Lily Lane. We appreciate you putting the camera on. We appreciate you giving us the platform, as always. And we thank you for the dedication because a lot of people who started at the same time as we did on Deep Dive have resigned and we're still here. So thank you for holding the fort very much. And Queen Lily Lane, we appreciate you for opening your door to receive our King on behalf of each and every one of us. My husband even came in and said, "What's going on?" I told him, "Said, oh, let me say hello." And then when he said hello earlier, he said, "Oh, it's echoing. Oh, my ears cannot handle." But I said, "These are people you know." I said, "Yeah, I remember that face. I remember that face, but I've got to go." So this is we're having a tough times, but happy times, especially seeing those two together because they're like they're part of deep dive.
So
When I came, they were already here, and we are still here. And I know a lot of people have come, gone, come, go, come, go. Anyway, what I go follow. But we're still here tagging along because they are the foundation of what you call wisdom. You either have it or you don't. It is something that is inside, it's innate, it's inside you. If you don't have it, there's no school you can go and learn how to treat others, how to speak, how to. If you know what Queen Lily Lynn does to her tenants, to her employees, to people in her life, if you know what Dr. Derek does, those two, it's just an honor and a blessing to see them live together. So let us not underestimate this union. If we ever have the opportunity to be anywhere to meet with one another, please let's take advantage of it. Life is so short. And we can say this because I remember when I joined ONPASSIVE, a lot of people that I met at that time are no longer there. Just remember Idris Moody. He used to be the animator of ONPASSIVE. He's no more. I can't even. Anyway, that one just came to mind because I love the way he used to do his inspirational talk. Ash would just call him and say, "Can you blah blah blah?" But that being said, I come back here because in my family, where we are right now, when I see these two people, I remember the first time I was in Comoros and I heard Comoros Islands. Just in case someone is wondering what is Comoros, I heard Dr. Derek talk about something that was the trim, O trim. I said, gee, this is so sweet. I didn't know anything about him, but my internet was the most unreliable thing at the time. But when I came back, the first webinar, he did a presentation. I called him. And from that day until now, it's history. We've never stopped talking. That's the sort of person he is.
Again, I think that was in 2022.
It was, yes, March
Mhm.
2022.
2022.
Because I came back
Or
January 31st, 2022, when my friend's husband
mhm.
died on our way home. So February, we were like, my
Yeah.
entire the families were just like in a maze. And when I attended the first dream team, because during that period there was so much chaos going on, and my network was very unavailable. When I
Mhm.
finally came back, yes, that was March of 2022, and here we are, April 2025, and we're still tagging along. I cannot even say how many people have come in and out of deep dive. I think October of that year, that was when Dr. T came and Queen JW.
No, about July.
Okay, one of them came in July, the other one in October.
Dr. T is about July.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But
Or
anyways,
June,
but
maybe
the point
June.
here
Either
is,
June or July. Yeah.
thank you very much. The
And then
point here is we are a family, and good things always resonate with one another. Good people always, when you have the same mindset, you have the same people who think alike, they will always resonate together. They will always think together. They will always brainstorm together and make sure that the ship moves along together. And I remember March of 2023, where I had to pull each and every woman out of this platform to do something about the International Women's Day
yes.
for the entire month of March.
Mhm.
Queen Lily Lane.
Yes.
Oh, thank
Mm.
that was a month. And
Yes.
I said, no, the husbands have no, the men have to support the women for this
Mm.
movement because it's not a one-sided lifestyle. And they did in numbers. I do
Mhm.
remember everything that happened. That was just 2 years
Yeah.
ago, March of 2023. With great appreciation, this platform is like the foundation of where resilience started and will continue. Started in the sense that the builder, although he is here with us as our brother, our father, our uncle, and whatever title you give him, our bishop, our let's just continue to thank him because he fights so many fights for us on our behalf without telling us. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Thank you, Queen Lily Lane, for not just accepting to have him, but to go beyond. On 95, I know what it is. I used to live in New York and New Jersey, so I know what it is driving along 95. So thank you, and we appreciate you being able to grace today's webinar. I'll pause here in case you have a feedback. Queen Lily?
So much. Thank you so much for those kind words. Well, as you were talking, I'm standing up here with Dr. Derek, and I'm thinking, I don't usually stand through the presentation like he does. But anyway, it's a real pleasure to have him in my home. And he's going to spend the night.
Oh, wow. All right. Right.
Yes, I was excited the fact that he would break the trip up into pieces because it was just too far to drive all the way
Yeah,
through,
I normally just run it 20 hours.
Wow. See, so, but
20
anyway,
hours.
thank you all
Boom.
so much for your kind words.
Mhm.
I enjoyed both of the presentation as usual. You all are so good. And I know it takes so
Thank you.
much time out of your schedule to prepare for us. And we appreciate it. Thank you so
Mm,
much. Thank you.
wonderful. Thank you, Queen Lily Lane. Really appreciate, and thank you very much, Queen Debbie, for all those kind, wonderful, sweet, lovely words. Yes, it is a journey, and it was for me, because I wasn't into that other soup, stirring up. I, yes, but Dream Team and Deep Dive merge in the early part of 2022. So yeah, it was good. That before that time, I was doing webinars 3 times a week: Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. And then when we merge, we just decide to just Dream Team alone. Because when Dream Team lick shot in the 2 o'clock, in the 1 o'clock, then 7:30 it will be deep dive again. 7 o'clock Tuesday and 7 o'clock Thursday. So it was 3 times a week. But then we kind of just we could just do one webinar on Sundays. Wonderful. So we have been treading the road for a few years now, and we have attracted so many beautiful people. Queen First Lady. Can you imagine the First Lady is on deep dive? The First Lady. Oh, hallelujah! Praise the Lord. That is a privilege. That's a privilege. Queen Dr. T. Oh, hallelujah. Uh, Wonderful, beautiful women. All these beautiful people. Queen Rosalind, Pastor Antoinette, Queen Doris, Dr. Doris, of course, sorry, Queen Dr. Nadu took over the after party. Oh my goodness. With Bishop Herald, and it's just a good family. Queen Jacqueline Warner. Oh my goodness, whole lot of health. Can't get enough health. Queen Dr. P and Queen Dr. John and Queen Jane and Queen Janet and Queen Joan and Queen Lily Lane and King Carlton and Queen Mary. Those are a set of lovely people. King Edgar, um, you know, it's just a lovely set of people that is here week after week, enjoying Queen Grace. And yes, we need a lot of grace. And King Horace. I have an uncle named Horace. Oh my goodness. I have an uncle named Horace in Queens. I have an uncle named Horace. And of course, Queen Rosanna, Queen Theodore, uh, you know, you have Queen Violet, um, Queen Yvonne, Queen, oh my goodness. I can't call the names. There's a lot of names, a lot of names. But I thank you all very much. Really appreciate. And it has been thus far, and I know it will continue to be a catawampus time that we have here on Deep Dive and on Dream Team. All right. Thank you very much. Over to you, Queen Debbie McCormick.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek and Queen Lily Lane. Anyone with an HR background will always have something to say. Thank you. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate you for the sanctuary and keep doing what you do best. Not just for him, but all the others as you've been doing because you have a heart of gold. Thank you. All right, Queen Dr. Benny and Queen Dr. T.
Let
We
Queen
have
Dr. T go first.
Sure, Queen Dr. T, please proceed.
Thank you. I just want to say this. I want to make a comment about Queen Dr. Benny's presentation, but I need to say something to you, Debbie. Uh, I want to let you know how much I really appreciate you. You are an excellent host. You engage us. I'm going to tell you. I think you're so gifted. You are in the right place, in the right position on this platform. You engage us. You carry the platform. You just make it interesting. I just like your just impromptu comments that you can come up with. You know what I'm saying? To engage us, to keep it interesting. And I just don't think that you get your props. You know, we always talk about the speakers and things like that, but you are a vital a vital person on this platform. I just want you to know that we appreciate. I'm gonna speak for all of us. We appreciate you. You're a lovely lady. You're a very talented lady in this area. You should be a host. You should do this professionally. When we get paid, tell Dr. Derek to pay you too. You should be on salary. No, but seriously, throwing all jokes aside, I really do appreciate you, and I just need to tell you that because I know sometimes we don't always know how people feel about us, and it's always good to let people know that when we appreciate someone. So I want you to know from all of us. I know I'm speaking for all of us. We appreciate you, and I think that we think you're doing an excellent job, and I just wanted you to know that. Just wanted you to know that.
Wow, thank you, Dr. T. My eyes are all teary because you just I had no idea. I recall when Dr. Derek asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, "This is what I wanted to do to support him." Um, I did not want to do anything with HR related. I know I present, I know I talk to people, I do onboarding, I do this is exit and this I do trainings, but I didn't want to do any of that. And he said, "Are you sure that's what you want to do?" I said, "Yes, that's what I want to do." And I can't believe that you see it the mirror you see of me is that you put me on a very high pedestal that I did not anticipate. But maybe that's where I am, but I cannot see it. There's an African writer who is called Chinua Achebe who wrote Things Fall Apart. And the beauty lies in no, Elechi Amadi. The beauty lies in the hands of the beholder. You don't even know what you have. Others are seeing it, but you don't know within you. I did not know that until you shared with me. I know Dr. Derek always say it, but you know what? He's like my husband. He's like my brother because if my two brothers stand here, they always hold me side by side, and they'll be this one is ringing in this ear, that one is ringing in that ear. They just hold me up, but I just tell them it's because they are my brothers. So when Dr. Derek was saying, I said, that's another brother. Or even when the man of this house say it, I say it's, but coming from someone that we've worked together, we've been together on a weekly basis, almost on a daily basis, right? Dr. Benny and I used to go about 2 to 5 webinars daily in those good days. And sometimes I'm just, okay, all right, I'm trying to work. I don't even sleep at night because I have work I have to carry out. catch up because we needed to make income as well. So hearing that from you, Dr. T, and I recall the very early days means so much. And it means so much because I have learned so much from you and a lot of people who've been listening to you and who will continue to listen to you will learn. And the impact of what you've done is not just within our community. Just do not forget that Dream Team has also, I mean, we are Dream Team together, but also Singapore, Malaysia, Global has dear audience. They're telling me how much they've benefited from you. So this is a family where we look over and watch for one another. We support and we elevate to the level where we feel they belong. So I hope that we continue to have an open mind and continue to support one another because we've seen that not just with you but also with Queen JW and also Queen Tony. Thank you very much, Dr. T. Over to you, Dr. Benny.
Dr. T, you done?
Well, I was just going to say this. This is the kind of stuff, Queen Debbie, that keeps you motivated. This is one of the strategies to keep us motivated. We need to have someone to give us accolades and to see us sometimes to where we don't see ourselves. Like Tony, you don't know this, but every time I present, Tony and I pray. Every time. She calls me at 6:30 and we pray. And she always encourages me to do my best. She always prays that my technology does not falter. She always encourages me that the people who are listening will be encouraged and that they will, they will honor me, because sometimes, when you do this all the time, you don't really know if you pick the right topics, if the topic is going to be interesting. And like I said, it's not easy coming up with topics every week. It's going to engage you all, to teach you, because all of you are brilliant people. There's nobody here dummies. So for me to come up with a topic to engage you and to keep your interest is not the easiest task. And I'm pretty sure that the Queen, Dr. Benny, can say the same thing. Even though she may specialize in cybersecurity, she still has to find a topic that she feels that we can relate to and understand and appreciate. And it's the same thing with me, so I need that encouragement. And so if I need the encouragement, I'm pretty sure that others need it too. So that's why I wanted to tell you that, because you're not told that enough. Queen Dr. Benny, you're not told that enough. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on this platform who takes the time to present and show up, we you have to feel appreciated. Dr. Derek, it's a big task to have a platform like this. I don't take that for granted. I don't take that for granted, because it's pushing me to try to find topics. I'm pretty sure it's pushing Queen Dr. Benny to find topics. Whoever presents, I'm pretty sure even you, Debbie, you it's a challenge for you. You're traveling, you're with your family, so it's a challenge for you to come week after week. So all of us are making sacrifices. So we all need to be told how much we're appreciated, and that's all part of being motivated. That's one of the strategies. Being around people that appreciate you, being around people that tell you how much you're worth, even though you may not see it, and being around people who genuinely, authentically like you and love you. That's a motivator. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
All right. When it comes to the motivation, I just want to read something from King Malcolm. Queen Dr. T, you are a wonderful presenter. And although my personality makes me a lone wolf, I am now trying to integrate more really well throughout presentation. And we thank you so much. We are grateful recipient. God richly bless you.
Thank you.
Queen Dr. T.
Thank you.
King Horace love you so much.
Thank
and he is very impressed with
Thank
your presentation or your mindset.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Queen
you
Dr.
very much.
Benny. Oh, yes. Queen Dr. Benny, impeccable as usual. Looking forward to the rest. Always attentive to this presentation. Keep on teaching. We are forever listening. God bless you and thank you so much. King Horace, we appreciate you. We really thank you for your love, your dedication, and your support towards this extraordinary company. And we want to thank you so much as well coming to this amazing webinar, listening to us, and learning as well. Thank you, King Malcolm. Thank you. We love you.
Hello, King Horace. Thank you, Dr. Bennett. King Horace's hand is up. I think he would like to add something to what he wrote in the chat. Thank you, Dr. Bennett. King Horace, up to you. Over to you. You can unmute yourself.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for allowing me to speak because I don't really speak much, but then I listen more and learn more when I don't speak much. But then the thing about it, what Dr. T was saying to you about your presentation, Queen Debbie, she's so right. Because last year I happened to see excellent mindset that was impressive. The computer that you were doing your presentation on, it was acting up. And you transitioned right over to your phone, although it wasn't your level of expertise to make a presentation through your phone. And that was very impressive because you didn't fold up, you didn't back away, you still move forward in the presentation and you did well. And that was very impressive. So what she was saying was very, very commendable, and the accolade is really well, it is really well thought out. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much, our King Horace. Thank you. Appreciate you. You're always here. Tuesday, Thursdays, you're here. You're with the Dream Team. You're everywhere we go. And appreciate those very sweet, kind words. And there's so many of us who are in here. They don't say anything, but sometimes we have to say this: silence is golden. If they don't say anything, it's not because they cannot speak, not because they can't say anything positive or otherwise. It's because they feel that the previous speakers have already shared their opinions, so there's no need for them to replicate that. So that's my interpretation. So why duplicate what I've already heard, what I would have said? So I appreciate everyone. We, because we're here as a family, as a group, we appreciate what everyone has presented. And I saw Brother Edgar. Brother Edgar, did you want to say something?
Yes, I do.
Please proceed. It's been a
I just
while.
want
You
to say
used to
good.
be my singing partner.
Yes, we changed. I just want to say, Dr. T, I always admire her speech. Dr. Benny, the same. Dr. Debbie, I always admire the two of you all speak, and Jacqueline Warner. You know, I sit back, but I don't say much, but I get in something to my head. And when you all start to speak, some of the time my pause is raised because I want to know how does she get to do it so good, so nice. But let's give God thanks and praise for all what we all can do because He give us the knowledge and you all use the knowledge that God gives you all. May God richly bless you all and continue to that great work. God bless each and every one of you. As He always says, blessed assurance.
Oh, wow.
Jesus is mine. Oh, what a fountains of glory divine. There is salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story. This is my song. Praise Him, my Savior, all day long.
Wow.
This is my story. This is my soul.
This
Praising
is
my
my
Savior
Savior.
all the
all
day.
the glory.
That's what I said in
Beautiful.
the beginning, my singing partner.
Beautiful voice. Wonderful, wonderful. What is Dr. Derek to say? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, thank you.
Amazing.
Brother
Wonderful.
Edgar, I miss you.
Yes,
We miss you. But anyway,
seriously.
oh
I
boy,
was
oh
always
boy.
listening. My laptop is down, so I just use my phone sometimes. So I don't get to see everybody. But the important, I heard your voice. The voice that God gave us to use, we are using it while we are alive. We got to give Him thanks. So let's continue the journey. Let's continue the work. It's going very well. God bless you all.
God bless you too, Brother Edgar, and thank you
Thank
for gracing us with your voice tonight. Remember, at the beginning, I said, I miss my singing partner, I miss your voice, and then you just graced the you just graced us with it. Oh, thank you, thank you. I don't think
you. You're
anything could
welcome.
top that for me. I would say that's the highlight of today, besides seeing Dr. Derek live and Dr. Derek live and Queen Lily Lane live together. Oh, this is just an awesome. I'm not going to say anything again because Brother Edgar did. No, he's made my night. I'm going to pass it to Dr. Derek and Queen Lily Lane so they can continue with the remainder of the webinar for the rest of the night. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Over to you, and over to you too, Queen Lily Lane.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Thank you all very much. Really, really appreciate. And of course, there would be no deep dive without all of Huno. I mean, all of you. So I thank all of you. Rosalind, that's my TT mother, Trinidad and Tobago. She have the same name like my mother. TT Trini. Okay, so thank you all very much for making it deep dive, globally changing lives. And so we know that this week, throughout the entire week of Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we have the Yvonne Duo, which is Queen Dr. Yvonne and Queen Yvonne Finn every morning, every afternoon at 1 p.m. Then, of course, you have on Thursday, this Thursday, well, in the morning, there will be no Passion meeting this Thursday morning. And of course, because they have Labor Day, I think it's their Labor Day this Thursday. So there'll be no Passion meeting this Thursday morning. But of course, whether Labor Day, yes or no, there will be deep dive, globally changing lives, Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening at 7 p.m. And Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening, 8 p.m., there will be Julie Peer, Lift Up Humanity. And then, of course, on Sunday, we do it right back again with Dream Team at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And so, thank you all very much for making it deep dive, globally changing life. Really appreciate, really appreciate. And those on YouTube, we do thank you very much for gracing us with your presence and coming on live on our YouTube. Those who are going to be watching it at some point in the future, whether near or far future. We just want to thank you and welcome you for watching Deep Dive Globally Changing Lives. You do have yourself a wonderful day and take care for those especially on YouTube, because here on the webinar we'll be having after party. Wonderful. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate. Over to you, Queen Dr. Nadu. Don't remember if I say Bishop. But over to you,
Okay,
Queen Dr.
thank you,
Nadu.
Dr. Derek.
All right.
You are so happy tonight.
Yes, yes. I'm in the I'm in the presence of pretty woman. Beautiful woman. So I have to be smiling. Like 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 Dr. Smiley.
Dr. Derek, did you stop the recording?
Yeah, I'm going to stop it now.
Okay.
Recording stopped.